Let's learn how to solve this radical problem. To solve this radical problem, the first thing that should come to our mind is to see how we can find the values of y. And that involves uh, bringing off the square root from the left-hand side and making sure that we crack out the value of y. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more of this content. Now, to do that, we are going to take the square root of the square of both sides. Now, if we take the square of both sides, we're going to have this to become the square of y plus the square root of y minus 40. We're going to take the square of this, and this will be equal to the square of what? 10. So whatever we do to the left-hand side, we'll equally do to the right-hand side. Now recall that if you expand this, a plus b square, this is going to be a square plus 2ab plus b square. So in that case, if this equation is similar to that, we're going to have that equation to now become, since we'll have our a to be equal to square root of y, and we'll have our b to be equal to square root of y minus 40. So we'll have that equation to now give us the value of y square root of y square, which is represented by a square, plus we'll have this to be the square root of y minus 40 all squared, represented by b square, and this will have plus 2 multiplied by the square root of y and multiplied by the square root of y minus 40, and this is that. So if we take that expansion, in the next step, we're going to expand this, and you see that this will automatically clear this, and in this step, this will also clear this, and then we'll be left with y plus y minus 40 plus this is going to give us 2 multiplied by the total square root of y multiplied by y minus 40, and that is that. Remember, all this is equal to 100, which is what? 10 what? Which is 10 square. So all this will be given this, and then we'll have this equation to now become y plus y is going to give us 2y minus 40, and this will give us plus 2 multiplied by the square root of y times y is equal to y square minus y times 40 is going to give us 40y, and this is equal to 100. So having seen that, the next thing we are going to do is to simplify further. Now, if we want to simplify further, we'll take out the whole numbers from both sides. So from here, if I add 40 to this point, I'll equally have to also add 40 to this point. So if I add 40 to this point, this equation will give us 2y plus 2 multiplied by the square root of y square minus 40y, and this will be equal to 140. So in the next step, we're going to simplify. And to simplify, we are going to see how we'll simplify this left-hand side. From these 2 points, this and this, find out that 2 is absolutely common. So we'll bring out 2, and that will give us y plus the square root of y square minus 40y. and this will be equal to 140. So if we simplify this by dividing here by 2, if we divide here by 2, 2 is going to clear 2, and this expression is going to give us 140 divided by 2 is going to give us 70, and then this other expression will give us y plus the square root of y squared minus 40y. So at this point, we're going to see how we'll simplify this. Now let's subtract y from both sides. If we subtract y from both sides, let's say we'll clear y here, and we'll have to subtract y here. This expression will give us the square root of y squared minus 40y, and this will be 70 minus y. Now we are arriving at a point. To clear the square root, we're going to take the square of both sides. If we take the square of both sides, we're going to have this expression to now give us the square root of y squared minus 40y all squared, and this will be equal to 70 minus y all squared. So with this is going to clear the square root, and then we'll have y squared minus 40y to be equal to 70 minus y all what square. In the next stage, we're going to see how we can expand the right hand side. Now recall this expansion, algebraic expansion. If you have a minus b all squared, if you expand this, this is going to give us a square minus 2ab plus b square, right? So if we are given this, the value, if we compare it with this, we find out that a is equal to 70 and our b is equal to y. So this expression will now be y squared minus 40y, and this will be equal to 70 squared minus 2 multiplied by 70y right, and this will be plus y squared. So that expression will now give us 2 times 70y will now give us 140. So we'll have y squared minus 40y equal to 70 squared plus y squared, and this will be minus 140y. So from this expression, let us clear y squared from both sides. So if we subtract y squared from both sides, since we have y squared in both sides, the whole expression will now give us this will clear this, and this will clear this, and then we'll be left with minus 40y to be equal to 70 squared minus 140y, right? So the next thing we are going to do is to subtract 140y, add 140y to both sides. We'll add 140y to both sides, and we'll add 140y to both sides. This end is going to clear this end, and then we'll have here to become 100 y to be equal to, this is going to give us 70 square. So 70 square is equal to 70 times 70. So this will give us 100y will be equal to 70 multiplied by 70. And if we divide here by 100 and divide here by 100, we'll have this to clear this, and the value of our y will be equal to, this clears this and this clears this, we'll be left with 7 multiplied by 7. So the value of our y in that expression, our y will be equal to 7 times 7 is 49. So the value of y is equal to 49. That's the value of y that satisfies that radical expression that is given to us up there. Now, if we want to check to find out if our solution is right, let's check to find out if this solution is absolutely right. Remember the question. In the question, we are given the square root of y plus the square root of y minus 40, and we are told is equal to 10. So at y equal to 49, can we get that value of 10 on the right hand side? Let's check. We'll have the square root of 49 plus the square root of 49 minus 40. 49 square, the square root of 49 square is 7, plus this is going to give us the square root of 9. So the square root of 9 is 3. So here we're going to have 7 plus 3, and that's equal to 10. So we see 10 here is equal to 10 over here. So that tells us that y equal to 49 is the solution that perfectly satisfy that expression that is given to us up there. I know you did enjoy watching this math solution. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with friends and colleagues, and remember to subscribe to my channel for more simplified mathematics solutions. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye for now.